Hello, everyone. Welcome to Connecting Communities with Digital Tools. My name is Jackie, and while you can't see me, I will be moderating this live session. This is an interactive session, and you'll be able to use your audio and video to interact with the host. We do ask that when you're not speaking, please mute your audio. You can also use the chat box on the right-hand side of your screen to ask questions or share info throughout the session if you wish. This session, along with the chat, is being recorded so attendees can view it after the conference. Also, to respect your time and the conference agenda, we will end each session at the designated time. Thank you again for attending QuaverCon. Your session will begin shortly.
Hi friends, we're back again. I am Tony, an instructional coach and clinician here for Quaver Ed, and I am joined by one of our lovely teacher ambassadors, Angie Mangum. Angie, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me and see me?
We can. There's so many people. I'm looking for you in all these little squares. I enjoyed the rainbow connection to serenade us into today's session. Thank you for that. But I'm going to just be monitoring the chat and making sure that your questions get answered. So I might be, just stopping Angie here and there to just say, hey, what's this? Or can you click that? But Angie's going to be really leading this thing, and I'm just going to mute myself and let her take it away. Go ahead, Angie.
Well, hey there, everyone. I'm Angie Mangum, and I'm coming to you from Creedmoor, North Carolina. I love mixing music education and technology to empower students and teachers, and I am so glad that you are here with me today to dig into our Quaver adventure. Today, many people feel like, help, my students can't sing together in my classroom this fall. But with Quaver, you can easily keep the music alive and keep your community connected with digital tools. Today, we are going to learn how teachers can use Quaver recorded screens and additional digital tools to bring students together to create a variety of levels of virtual performances. Why is this important? Music is joy. We want students to continue to safely connect musically with their greater community. In these COVID times, virtual performances can keep the music joy going. Our focus today, we want to be able to use the Quaver student record screen to collect and combine student voices from a distance, and to cover the basics needed to make recording successful. And we will discuss where to start with video production and how far you can go. But before we dig in, I'd like to hear a bit about your experiences with video creation. So let's take a poll, a video creation poll. So how would you describe your video editing skills? Are you a newbie? Do you know how to share videos from your phone? I have created videos with some editing. I'm on my path to becoming another Steven Spielberg. Oh, wow, look, we have a little bit of everyone from the newbies. It's coming in. Got about 75% of you all. Absolutely. I'm going to end this poll and share because, why? People are like, what? Yikes. My students and I are not ready for a virtual choir, right? Well, that's actually like a level 4 video production. We are going to, oops, you didn't get to see it. We are going to start at the very beginning. Oops, there we go. So to share to share videos of your students performing, don't you need to get permission to publish the song, right? Well, actually, as part of an active Quaver license, users have permission to share any work or derivatives, including videos of Quaver songs being performed live or in virtual settings. Videos may be posted on YouTube, Vimeo, or other video hosting sites and shared on open social media pages. It is important that you do credit Quaver music. things to keep in mind. Ensure your school or district have media release permissions on file for all of your participating students. Recording and sharing video of performance requires risk-taking, both for the teachers and students. Start simple and encourage often. Repeated engagement with student-recorded screens will promote growth and build confidence in skills and the recording process. So where to start? The first step is to prepare your students for the performance. Once they know the song that you have selected, then they need to have their performance. Even though many of us may be in distance learning situations, we can ensure that the voices of the children continue to be heard. So how do we keep the music joy alive? We can do this with Quaver and some additional digital tools. We can plan the path for starting with a level 1 compilation video, where student video performances will be dragged and dropped into a timeline of a video creation application. To set you and your students up for success with your first video, identify a Quaver song that has multiple repetitions or short phrases. Add-in songs are also, they easily allow for highlighting multiple individuals. A simple repetition song such as Hot Cross Buns can provide opportunities to highlight many students, recorder playing, singing, and dancing. To capture the performances of the students, we're going to use this powerful tool, the student recording screen. Quaver's student recorded screens can be sent to students via an assignment. It can record up to 1.5 minutes of a performance, and performances go right to your gradebook, and you have easy peasy organized access to all student submitted videos. So just a note, today's session will include several instructional videos, performance videos, and links to resources. These instructional videos are meant to provide a quick demonstration of the basic steps needed in the virtual performance video process. I'm going to start with creating a student record screen assignment and take you through the process of different levels of performance video production. Normally, it would take me many hours or days to go through this process with you, but I have edited my screen recordings and videos to fit a lot of content into a short period of time. So, for those of you who are just beginning with video work, today is to show you what the mountain of possibilities looks like. But we do not need to climb to the top of the mountain today. Just know where a path is so you can take it when you are ready to start your journey. Jackie,
Hey, Angie?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I see some people in the chat are not able to see your screen, and I don't think it's anything that you're doing, Angie. I think some people's Zoom options are not set to see it. So if you will look at your view options, you should be able to click side-by-side view, and Jackie put that in the chat for us as well. But she is sharing her screen, but on your end, if you don't have side-by-side mode on, you're only gonna see Angie talking, you're not gonna see her screen. So I just wanted to make that really, really clear. View options, side-by-side mode, and then you should be able to see it. And then I know that a lot of people are requesting longer for the student record screens. That is something that I will definitely take back to the team and see if on our end we can make that happen for you. So thanks for that. Sorry, Angie, keep going.
No, and absolutely. And just to let you know that 1.5 minutes is for each time. So you could actually even do that 1.5 minutes and verse 2 with another recording until things get developed. We'll continue to make it work. All right, but Jackie will be putting the links to the resources into the chat box so that you can grab them and refer back to them as needed in the future. Please adjust your personal volume as needed to provide you with the optimal sound for each video, and I'll do my best on this end. Also, feel free to add any questions in the chat, and if you know the answer to a question, please feel free to share your knowledge with our community. This instructional video will go over how to assign a student recorded screen to capture a virtual performance. It will also show how students can see their music in Quaver and record at the same time.
Quaver student recording screens are powerful tools to capture a virtual performance. To do this in Quaver, from your teacher dashboard, go into Resource Creation to customize a student recording screen. Give it a name. Go into Resource Manager and click on the folder where you want to create your assignment. From the menu, make a new assignment template and give it a name. And now we're going to add any resources that the students will need. We're going to go into Class Play and search for a song. This screen is actually made up of multiple resources, including the lyric screen and the full score that I want my students to use to prepare for the performance. Now go into your custom resources. You can click on Show Only My Custom Content if you're connected to a district and drag your file over to your assignment. Now it is time to give the assignment to the select class or students. Click the purple triangle and select the desired class. Come down and give the assignment and adjust the due date. Finally, we're going to click the circle to allow the student record screen video to submit directly into your gradebook and save. On the student side, how to record the virtual performance. When preparing to record, students open multiple windows to have multiple active screens. We're going to launch the lesson and open to the desired screen. Then open a new window and drag to the side. For iPads, tap, hold, and drag the URL to the right to create a split screen. Launch the lesson and open the student record screen. Now students can see both the music and the record screen. Press the red record button and start the Quaver song track. When recording, students will capture the virtual performance sound and the Quaver music track. Wear earbuds or headphones to record only the student's performance. Students should listen to their recording. They can continue to record until they are satisfied with their performance. When they are, press Submit. And success! Like magic, the student's virtual performance will appear in your digital gradebook.
All right, Angie, and before you move on with that, I just want to address some things in the chat that I'm seeing. We have put the links to these videos and to the handouts that they come with in the chat. So as you're seeing that scroll by, I know some people are saying, this is a lot really fast.
Yes.
Don't worry, you're gonna have the video links to watch over and over again to these specific individual videos from Angie, as well as the whole session with the replay link. So I just wanna give you some certainty there.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's a amount of information in here.
I've just been taking a shit ton of screenshots.
I'm sorry? Yes, there's a, and we're touching on it, and there's great PD available online 24/7. All right, so the student performances will show up in your Quaver gradebook. Then you can use a screen recorder to convert the file into an editable media file by playing the file and recording it in a quiet room. I use QuickTime Player on my Mac. Some other examples are Loom, Screencast-O-Matic, and Screencastify. So let's unleash the power. So capturing and converting file unleashes the power of the student record screen. The submitted files will show up with a check mark in your gradebook. You'll open your screen recorder to make a new screen recording and ensure the internal microphone is on. Side note, if you want to record yourself playing a Quaver Orff instrument, you can enable click to show notes being played so they can see what notes you are playing on your xylophone. then you're going to drag to the shape of your record screen. Note, you could also capture a student's performance this way in their Zoom window. You'll start the recording, press play on the student record screen, and you may need to double click as you're going back and forth between the different applications. Save file with helpful information, such as Emily singing part 1 or Cameron on recorder. When you have lots of files, it would be very helpful to have them organized that way. To save space on your computer, you can trim the files here. Trimming will also be done in the video creation platform. Another great space saver is compressing files or exporting them into smaller formats. Make sure to delete the larger files if you're trying to save space on your device, and put all individual videos into a folder to prepare them for uploading to your collaborative virtual performance.
Okay, Angie, so let's push pause because I see a lot of friends are confused.
Yes.
And they're just saying, you know, this is a lot of information, which it totally is. So let's scroll back to the top. And then can you remind us, what are we doing right now? Why would we want to take these steps?
So if we want our students to be able to get their virtual performance into a file that I can interact with and do anything I want to with it, the screen recorder creates, it just unleashes the power. It takes it from something that you can grade and listen to something I can do anything with. I can modify it any way I want.
Yeah, so someone said, meaning we could turn it into a virtual choir.
Yes!
Okay, see, we're getting there, we're getting there. I think there's a lot of components to this. Yes. And what I really like about the way that Angie is doing this is that she's really taking us from like the smallest, babyest step, and then it's going to just keep expanding and advancing. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is getting harder, it is purposely. And so you might really just be starting at, hey, I want student recordings. Maybe I'm not even going to do anything with them yet. I'm just going to get them and get used to that. And then, okay, I'm feeling good about that. Now I'm going to try and go to iMovie and try and put them all together. So just know that this is definitely leveling up throughout the session. So I just want to put some people's minds at ease. We're going to take it slow. And if it feels like a lot of information, it is a lot of information. And we'll try and stop and answer some questions as we keep going. Okay, sorry, Angie, keep going.
No, that's great. So absolutely, there's a mountain of information to fit into a few more minutes. So I want to get it to you. And then absolutely, if you put questions into anywhere, I will do my best to answer them. But if I don't get it to you, I don't want you to be lost on your path. So I'm just going to put it out quickly. So if your classes are meeting online, you can record a student performance using a screen recorder during a Zoom or Google meeting. During virtual meetings, students can open up their Quaver assignment containing the performance piece in a separate window so they can see the music and give a virtual performance. Students can sing or play their instrument while the teacher records the student virtual window with a screen recorder application. To achieve the best musical sounds, I have my students go into their Zoom audio settings located next to the mic icon. They remove the check from automatically adjust the microphone volume and click advanced to disable suppress persistent or suppress intermittent background noise options. So that helps me to get the best sound for their movies. So here is an example of a level 1 compilation video by our Quaver ambassadors, where you hear the original sound of each performance while you see each performer.
Angie, can I just pause again really quickly? Can everyone do me a huge favor and stop asking questions in the chat for just like 2 seconds? And Jackie is going to put all of the links and the handout that we have done so far in the chat. That way everyone can grab them, because that chat's flying by so quick that people can't copy it. So everybody stop and Jackie, go.
I promise.
Everybody grab them real quick. There's 1,000 of us in here.
Yeah, there are.
2%, yeah, there's a lot. So let's see, we've got that hot cross buns example there. And then Jackie, if you'll also put the handout from earlier in there, some people didn't get that one. And then if we'll also throw the video from the very beginning, throw that in there.
Excellent. So everyone,
give them 2 seconds. I'm sorry, Angie.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, I will make sure that all these links are available to you easily. So relax. I love you, and we're going to get through this. We are.
Okay, we should be good, Angie. Sorry about that.
We are. No, that's all right. So now I'm going to talk about getting started with compilation videos. How to get started. This instructional video is the meat and potatoes of how to get started. It's going to go over how to create a level 1 drag and drop virtual performance compilation video using a movie editor such as iMovie or Windows 10 photo video editor.
Getting started with compilation videos. First, you need to select a video creation platform such as Windows 10 Photos Video Editor or iMovie, which comes with Apple products. Next, we're going to import the gathered student videos to create a new compilation movie. So we're going to begin this movie, and you will see your videos uploaded into the new project. Next, we're going to drag and drop each of the videos into the timeline, and you're going to want to put them in the order that you believe that you want them to be presented in the video, but it's not a problem, because just like you can with a Word document, you can move things, you can copy, paste. So then the next step would be to trim off the parts of each of the video that you're not going to use. So at the beginning and end of each of the videos, you're going to find some dead space. So you go ahead and just trim those edges. So all you have are the portions of the video that are going to be usable in your final cut. So this is such a wonderful way to get started with doing compilation videos. It's just drag and drop, trim the edges, and now you have a video where you can highlight the skills of each person who is performing. I love this type of video because each child or person who performs, you can see their face, you can hear their skills individually. It's like a little mini concert. So just to finish it off, what you can do is come back to the beginning, put a title on there. Maybe it'll be the name of the class or the title of the song, just to finish it off. In this case, we have some hot cross buns, and this is the original sound. And just so you know, the performers in this video recorded with earbuds. So all we actually hear is their original sound of their performance. And this is great for editing if we want to add multiple layers of sound together. So now you can post your full-length video, or you can try some editing. We can go in and shorten each clip to highlight our students creating a video that is about, maybe 1 to 2 minutes long. It will increase your editing level because you will have to align the audio tracks. But it is going to sound so amazing when you add in that professional accompaniment and you align that to the audio of your performers. The majority of songs in Quaver have downloadable accompaniment tracks available. So go into Class Play, download the track to your computer, drag the audio track to your project, and pull it into your movie timeline. Now, this is really where the power of editing becomes unleashed, because now we are going to be able to feature many students in a shorter period of time by shortening each clip to just a few seconds. Each person gets their little highlight. So here's a note: when you're reviewing your students' videos, make note of anything special that you see in their video that you want to ensure that ends up in the final cut. You know, for example, like, oh, I like where Mac is singing at the end of the first verse, or someone had a special ending. So when you're doing the editing, you ensure that it is included in this final cut. You will also need to adjust each segment to align to the adjacent video while also aligning it to the accompaniment track. The audio levels on each clip should also be adjusted to maintain a uniform volume level. It takes a bit of time, but you do want to go through each of the transitions between one clip and the other to make certain that you have a nice flow and that you manage to capture the best that student has to offer in their video, their smile, their skill, anything that's really special, just to let them shine. This is going to be such a great tool to connect your students in classroom to the community. So we're going to add some ending screens. You can see I've pulled in a screenshot of hot cross buns that I used at the end of my video. Also, you can have your rolling credits by adding a title to the end. This is a great way to highlight everyone's hard work. You can also use it to highlight people who have supported you in this process or people gave you grants. Then we're going to take that video, we're going to share it, create a file, and there are different file sizes. So just to make you aware of that, you can have a very large file size, you can make very high def video, or if you want something manageable for small devices, you have options. So now it is time to save and post your virtual performance.
Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, yes, this is jam-packed information, but it's good stuff. I also saw a lot of people asking about student recorded screens and being able to download those directly from Quaver. Well, it turns out that we may or may not have the head of development for Quaver in this session right now. He may not be listening, and I think he's going to talk. Angie, we're not trying to bombard you here, but Christian, do you mind just talking about that really quickly?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Hang on a second. Let me get things in the right place here. Hi, everyone. It's great to see you. Well, I can't see all of you, but it's great to see your names and a long list of a lot of chats. So yeah, I think that's a great idea, giving people the capability to download. What we're going to have to do is look into how downloading videos to someone's machine is going to be affected by some COPA regulations. You have to follow and be very careful because this is personally identifiable information. So we're going to make sure that we're doing everything right. We're protecting students, but we'll have discussions about that starting this week. And provided everything is clear with regard to that, I think we can likely add that feature.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christian. Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No problem. I've been sitting here watching the whole time. So
Awesome. Well, we love having you here for things like this. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Thanks.
creating videos, I decide what level of editing I want in my finished product. I like to think of it as 4 separate levels. So level 1, minimal editing. I drag, drop, trim. I could be finished in under an hour. Level 2, I might have a few audio tracks, also non-performance images or video over student performance audio. This is great for projects. Level 3, when I'm using multiple layers of audio and doing precise editing for my performers. And lastly, the virtual choir multi-screen video with mixed audio, which requires in-depth audio editing, video lighting, focusing, and sizing. Plan for a couple of days, just like the days right before a concert. You invest all of your time and then an amazing performance happens. A couple of notes: student videos can be separated from their audios, allowing the teacher to keep either set for working with. Songs to feature multiple students performing at once will require the use of a guide track when recording so that you can align the sound. So level 2 videos are great for projects. Students can record their performance. You can use their sound in original form or layer it to hear everyone at once. You can add images or non-performing video clips to express the lyrics to the song. So if you're singing about cats and dogs, students can share images or inspiring short videos to create fun or inspiring visuals. Jackie will put the link in for an example of a non-performance video for you to check out later while we move on to layering sound. We really want to hear all of the beautiful voices that instrumentalists perform together, so make it so. Separate the audio from the videos. Layer, edit, and mix the sound using an audio editor such as Audacity or GarageBand. It's like cooking. You put it in, chop it up, mix it, a little more of this, a little less of that, and it comes out delicious. So this is a really exciting next step. When you are ready to level up to layering sound, this is where the joy happens. Hearing everyone for the whole video, you hear the choir. How do we do this? This instructional video will go over level 3 layered audio virtual performance. It's going to cover importing movies into an audio platform, separating the sound from movies, aligning multiple layers of audio, making edits in audio to blend voices, and adding the new soundtrack of layered voices to your video.
Level 3 collaboration videos means we're going to be layering our choir. You will need to use an audio creation platform such as GarageBand or Audacity. When creating multi-track audio, I like to begin by creating some blank tracks. The audio for the virtual performance is connected to the student videos. So I start by importing the video and separating it from its audio. Drag a video into the project. Next, remove the movie. Movie audio tracks are locked, so like a Word document, I copy the track and paste it into a new track that I can edit. Continue to drag and drop the student videos into the project and separate the audios from the movies. Once they are all loaded, they look so nice and neat, but the next step is very important: aligning the audio tracks. Depending on how students submitted their audio, the song may start at many different points in time. At the beginning of their virtual performance, they may have spoken to you, shown you their doggy, and some students may be submitting performances for verse 2 or verse 3. So the next step would be to add the downloaded Quaver accompaniment track and then begin aligning the audios. I usually select a vocal track that is accurate, clear, and steady to be my guide track. Look for certain rhythm patterns in the sound waves to help align the tracks. You can stretch out the timeline to zoom in and spread out the sound waves for precision edits and aligning. You can adjust the volume of each track to create a blended sound and adjust the volume at any point during a track. In rehearsal, we conduct to blend. Digitally, we mix to blend. If you'd like to do some precision editing, you can choose to turn a particular sound down or off to remove it from the mix. A cough, a dog barking, a note that was pitchy, an incorrect word, or a note that was rhythmically or harmonically not able to blend with the mix. You can also edit to highlight certain singers, to create solos or small ensembles within the recording. You can select exactly when you want a certain voice to enter the mix to add variety to the performance, such as hearing only the part 1 voices for verse 1 and bringing in harmonic layers and instruments for a big ending. Export your audio file. I share to my iTunes and then import your audio file into your video. Choose to either turn the video sound off of each individual video or adjust levels to highlight individual performers when they are seen on the screen. Lastly, share and post your video.
So that was a level 3 virtual performance. To create one, here is the actual performance. In this video, you will hear all of the performers at the same time for the entire video. I also include some of the original video sound from each video clip so that each performer's sound is highlighted over the mix when they are on the screen. So mixing that sound does take some time, but layering that audio adds a lot of depth to the video. Your performers' voices or instruments get to be heard for the entire video. So now I'm going to go ahead and move it up to that level 4 multi-screen layered sound performance. Here you will see and hear all of the performers throughout the video. All right. So you can see how each one of these is different, but they're using the exact same video files. So let's find out how to layer up to level 4, creating a multiple screen video.
When you are ready to level up to creating videos with multiple screens, there are upgraded platforms such as Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro. Starting to build your movie, keep the audios attached to the clips until everything is aligned, as you have already mixed your sound, which will become your soundtrack. I like the look of the virtual choir grids, and I also like color. So I downloaded a free plugin called Simple Grid, and it offers some really neat options. The grid is an overlay for the videos that you resize and fit into each window space. You can use multiple numbers of windows within one video by cutting the video into sections and applying the separate grid to each piece. Add your audio track and align and trim the videos to begin when the accompaniment begins. Notice that the sound waves should easily align. You can select multiple videos at once to resize them into smaller windows. The Transform tool resizes the whole video size. The Crop tool, left and right, and top and bottom, can be adjusted to create the desired shape. Position the videos with the Transform tool. Drag the grid into your project. Expand it across the length of the video. Modify the grid until it shows the number of windows you desire. So now it is like making cupcakes. Fit each window with a video, or you can leave some blank. And adjust the frames to fit the grid. Once everything is together, turn the sound off on the individual movies and let your mixed audio and all of the happy faces give their virtual performance. As a Quaver music teacher, stepping into the world of virtual performances can provide your students with opportunities to share their voices and skills with the community. With Quaver student record screens, singing and performing music from a distance is no problem.
Okay, Angie, I know I left you there for a second. My power went out. This is the kind of thing that happens, right? We have about 5 more minutes, and I'm wondering if we can stop here and let people ask some questions to you. Does that sound good? I know you're going to show them the program support and all of that, but maybe we can just stop for questions. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Sure.
one thing that I keep seeing in the chat is that people are really, really worried about how much time this is going to take.
So a lot of it depends on if you're planning to do something informal or a formal production.
Okay.
So that very first video that I showed you, when I just put little wedges in, I can do that in less than an hour. You dump it in, chop, 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 chop. There you go. And I did it in iMovie, which comes included on my Mac, and I guess everyone's Macs do, I don't know. But if I am looking to produce something, for example, the America the Beautiful that the Quaver teachers did together, It took time. That video actually has 30 layers of sound in it. So importing everything and aligning, yes, I think, well, we probably spent a couple of weeks all together. But once the videos were gathered, it didn't take me too long, but the whole learning process, recording, submitting, takes a couple of weeks. But that's not any different than when I'm doing a concert. It's like my family doesn't know me before a concert.
Right, yeah.
Mama's tuned out, mama's busy. So it's very much like this. This is a virtual performance. And when you have a classroom performance, you don't stress out about it. Like, yeah, everybody here, let's sing. So that's kind of like that level 1. You just drop it in there and share. So there are so many options. And the big thing is just to get started. It really is.
Okay, and I also had a lot of questions about which of the programs that you were using were free versus things that, you know, someone said they fell out of their chair when they saw some of the prices of these, you know, just all of these different programs. So
yeah, absolutely.
What's free? What can you use?
You know, free 99 is my favorite price.
Yeah.
So yeah, free 99. My GarageBand and iMovie are what I use for everything except for the level 4. But I do all audio with GarageBand, and I didn't, you know, once I bought my Mac, it was there. I know a lot of people love Audacity. It's using the tool that works for you to get you where you want to go. You know, when we talk about trying to get to the top of the mountain, you know, some people are going to walk, some people ride a horse, some people take a chopper. You know, there's so many ways. There's not one way to make a collaborative video. So today I showed you the way that has been working for me, and you know, the tools that work for me. The screen recorders, like that was included on my Mac, and the examples that I gave you, those are all free because again, free 99 is our favorite. The Final Cut Pro that I use to do the multi-grid right now, you can get it free 99 for, I think it's about 80 days. So you can test it out and check, I would say check with your district tech department, because I know some districts where I live are giving out free stuff, not giving out free stuff, they are getting subscriptions out to their teachers to help facilitate this new tech world that we have.
Sure. Yes. Okay. Lots of good information there. Now, Angie, I know we're wrapping up. That might be your next screen. But it's okay.
Okay. I'll wrap you up. Put you at the end.
You can get me to that last one. There we go. If you guys have questions about the student record screen and how to implement that into assignments, you can always reach out to info@QuaverEd. But Angie, I wondered how you would feel about getting some messages in the Whova app, maybe throughout the day.
Yes, please. I promise. I've been looking in there and trying to answer as many questions as I can. And really also to let you know, we have a lot of Quaver teachers who are already producing videos, because I saw that also in the poll. So I would say, you know, first put it in the app. I'll answer you as best I can. Reach out to the Facebook page of the Quaver music teachers, because man, we all are a wealth of information. And like I said, you'll know many ways to climb that mountain. And some ways are easier for some, depending on the tools that you are using.
For sure. All right, Angie. Well, thank you so much. I know this is a really tough topic to tackle in 50 minutes. And I think you did a great job. A lot of people said that they're feeling hopeful that maybe some kind of performance can happen this year that maybe they didn't think was going to be a possibility before.
Yeah, I want to leave you with this message. Connecting communities through creating a digital performance can be like either preparing a lettuce wedge or making a 7-layer salad. It's all good, and everyone is gonna love it. So just dig in, really, just dig in when you are ready.
All right, friends, thanks for joining us, and we will see you in the next session.
Thank you, everybody.